Hi, are you Lindsay McMillan?
Yes, hi.
Yeah, hi, I'm Emily McMillan. I work here at the Department of Social Services. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. So everything's going well?
Yeah, it's going okay. I'm just,
Okay.
I have a little stress with work.
Oh, okay. Okay, so here's how we're gonna start out. So this is our confidentiality form. If you could just sign this real quick, it just explains that everything we discuss here is completely confidential, just between you and me. And if we ever do refer you, they can just, they'll just see your name and your date of birth, and they won't know what gets discussed here. So you could just read that real quick and sign.
Okay, you need the date on here. Okay, here you go.
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay. So you said you're having job troubles. Can you expand more on that?
Seems like it's been kind of stressful at work because of the pandemic. We've lost some people at work, and our job duties have gotten more demanding, and we're having to do, the work of like several people. So, I'm kind of finding myself like torn all over the place, like having to do several different jobs and a lot of stress, and I don't get a lot of sleep. But I'm trying to, juggle my work and my personal life and everything, and finding it hard to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so what's your current sleeping habits? Like, do you have a specific like sleep schedule, or do you do certain things before bed, or?
Yeah, I try to wind down in the evening. I read a book, or I answer emails. Usually the best way for me to wind down and get to sleep is if I read. I know you're not supposed to have a lot of screen time before bed, but sometimes I'm still having to return emails and do some stuff on the computer before bed.
Yeah, because research does show that like being on your phone, being on a computer right before bed can negatively affect how you sleep. So it's good that you're reading. I think reading is a good way to fall asleep and so forth. So you said you're bouncing between different jobs. So how do you manage that?
Well, at my work, I do lots of different things. So because we've been short-staffed, I'm having to cover and do other duties that I'm not used to doing. So at my job, that's 8 to 5, I'm having to do different jobs to cover for different people who aren't there, and I've just found that it's been really stressful, and I don't think my manager's really listening to me very well, and I'm trying to find ways that I could visit with her about that. She's trying to hire some more people, but I'm not so sure if she's having any luck with that.
Okay, I see. So you said you're having manager issues. So have you ever discussed with your manager about ways you can compromise, or have you not done that yet?
No, I haven't really. She's kind of stressed and busy herself, and so I really don't know the best way to approach that, because I want to visit with her about how maybe our jobs, all the people in the office, our jobs could be, better, more evenly distributed with the duties we all have. It seems like just a few of us are kind of getting all the duties. So I don't really want to look like I'm complaining to my manager, but I just need to figure out kind of, while we're short-staffed, how to not have so much on each person's plate.
Okay, I see. So how do you cope with stress? like what do you usually do to like calm down, like when you're super stressed? Like how do you manage that?
I used to try meditation, but sometimes I just, like will leave the office and go walk, take a walk outside. Or sometimes I'll, talk to a friend.
Mm-hmm.
I have a prayer group, so that's really helpful. It's like meditation and prayer. I'm sure there's some new things I could try though that I haven't tried.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so what you've listed with me, meditation, taking a walk, being involved with the prayer group, those are several really good ways of dealing with stress. So,
Do you have some others that might help me maybe? Like, do you have some suggestions of some other ways that maybe I could cope with stress reduction?
Stress reduction, many research has shown that that a lot of people do yoga to like relieve stress, or just sit in a quiet room by themselves, like what you said, meditation, like just taking 20 minutes out of your day, or maybe even like 10 minutes to just go to a quiet place and just calm down and get relaxed and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, and sometimes, like what I personally do to relieve my stress is sometimes I listen to music, like just music that it helps me calm down, helps me it takes the stress off my mind for a little bit. So yeah, that's what I do. So so besides the prayer group, are you involved with any other social groups? Like, do you have a group of friends, or
Yeah.
family, or hang out with family members often?
Yeah, I hang out with family members, and I have a big family, so there's a lot of people in my family that I can do stuff with, and my parents are older, so we all kind of help with that. But that's kind of hard too, because there's a lot we have to do to try to help them. I have a small group of friends. We've known each other for a really long time, and so I feel like I could confide in them and talk to them about things that are bothering me. But that's kind of it. I mean, social groups, I really don't do much. I just work and spend time at home and do stuff with some family, and maybe go out with friends maybe once or twice a week. But I don't have that many other social groups. Maybe I should get more involved in something besides work and just home.
I mean, there are several social groups that are available. Like you said, your prayer group, you said, has been really helpful.
Yeah, I do stuff with them at church. Yeah.
So as for the family, you said you're like having to help with your parents because like they're elderly and so forth. So how supportive is your family are of each other? Are y'all very close, very tight knit, or is there tensions between?
Yeah, I mean, I have a large family, so there's several siblings and we're all trying to help with my parents. So it can get stressful and tense between us, because everybody's trying to help, and we're all wanting to do the right thing, and we get along pretty well. I mean, for a big family, I guess we get along pretty well, but there's probably some tension just when it has to do with how to appropriately care for our parents.
Okay, so in the times that are stressful, like how do you cope with that? Like how do you communicate with others, like when there's a stressful situation going on?
With communicating with others?
Like between other family members, like if there's stress between two family members, how do you deal with that?
Well, some have easier going personalities than others, so I try to talk to them, I guess, and try to visit with them about whatever conflict or whatever's going on. I don't know. We rarely sit down as a big group. It's usually just like a couple of us one-on-one. So I don't know if that's, you know, the best way or not to deal with family members, other family members, if there's a lot of you, but I don't know.
Okay, so from what I see here, that most of the stress has been job related. It hasn't been related to family, friends, or anything.
No, it's mainly job related, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
mainly job related. Okay, so have you tried, like, have you spoken with other coworkers? Are they stressed as well? Because you said they've been short-staffed, you're having to do different jobs. Is it just you that's doing the different jobs, or are there other people?
No, there's other people. There's a few of us that are doing, we've been there the longest, so there's a few of us who are doing probably more on our daily load than others. I've only talked to one person. I haven't really talked, she and I have talked a little bit about how it's stressful and how we wish we could talk to the manager, but, our manager, but there's only that one person I've talked to. There's probably two other people who are in the same boat we're in. So I think we're just kind of timid and shy about approaching the manager, because the manager's already stressed about, you know, work, and we don't want to look like we're complaining. So,
Okay, so you don't wanna look like you're complaining. I totally understand that. So these different jobs you're doing, are they good paying jobs? Do they pay well? Like, is your financial situation stable and everything?
yeah, I mean, I get paid, you know, a salary for doing, you know, my job, which my job description is pretty set, and I'm having to, you know, do some things that are outside of that. They haven't given me a raise in a long time, so that'd be kind of nice. I don't know what the company's financial situation is since, you know, the pandemic and everything, but I'm doing pretty good because I saved some money, so I'm able to pay for my expenses, and you know, my husband works, so we're okay with the finances. It'd be nice to be considered for a raise. I just don't know if that's gonna be like really possible right now, but
Okay.
I'm not getting any overtime, and I do work more than 40 hours a week. So
Okay.
it'd be nice to have some overtime pay, but I'm not so sure that my company does that.
Okay, so from what I understand here, you would, like you desire a raise and maybe, and do you desire, less work, or do you not mind doing the different jobs?
Well, I don't mind because I can do it and I'm able to do it. It just gets tiring, and I get overworked. So the best solution would probably be if they could divvy up the you know, the duties of, you know, more evenly, or if they hired some more help. But, you know, it's manageable. It's manageable, but I don't think I could do that for much longer,
Okay.
because I come home from work really, you know, really worn out.
All right. So, from what I see here, you would like the jobs to be more divvied up, like you would like maybe less stressful work?
Yeah,
So
maybe
like
some less duties, which would
Okay,
contribute to my having less stress,
Okay.
you know. I just don't know how to go about that, because there's only a few of us kind of in that situation, and we don't know how to visit with the manager. So that causes me worry also, because I just don't know what I can do to help, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah, I completely understand. I know multitasking can be, working different jobs can be stressful. Like, I've known some people who have worked multiple jobs, they say it's stressful as well. So, so that being said, what would you want me to help you with? Like, what's, like, the number one thing that needs help right now? Is it the job or?
Maybe you could
Or
put some
financial.
scenarios together for me. Maybe you could help me put some scenarios together of how to approach my boss to talk about it.
Okay.
So that would maybe be the main thing, is maybe you talk to me about how I could best approach with language, you know, and talking to my boss about these issues. And then trying to, I guess another way I can try some additional resources to reduce my stress at home, because I'm bringing home a lot of the work anger and frustration home. And so I'd say those are the two top things, you know, kind of how to shut down and leave work at work so it doesn't uproot my home life and my sleep. And then to make work life better, maybe some scenarios, like some dialogue scenarios of how I could, you know, talk to my boss.
Okay, I totally see that. So, so the first thing that I would do is, you said you've spoken to some of your coworkers, right? So,
I've talked to one about it,
you've talked to one, okay?
but
so-
you know, we both are in the same boat, so she couldn't give me a lot of help. We were just kind of both commiserating about it.
Okay, so what I would, do is, just talk to your boss, like tell her, is it he or she?
She,
Okay, just tell her, like from what I understand, she's not like incredibly mean or anything. She's a nice person.
yeah, I could sit down and talk to her.
Okay.
I just don't know how to go about it with like,
Oh,
you know, I don't know. I just kind of need some help with some ways to approach her.
okay.
No, she would probably be nice about it. I just
Yeah,
haven't-
you're just scared how she might react or.
yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, she sounds like an understanding person. I'm, like, like, what I would do is just talk to her, like tell her how you're feeling, tell her that, like, these jobs are, like, these certain jobs are stressful, and, yeah, and maybe she'll probably, like, relieve some jobs for you, like maybe you'll have to do less. Like, just talk to her, like don't be shy about it, so.
Oh, okay. So just be honest.
Yeah, just be honest, like, don't
Oh.
be too pushy,
Yeah.
so,
So just, you know, like say, hey, you know, I've been, you know, really concerned, and maybe see if she'll be able to help me with that, I guess.
yeah, sure, like, say, hey, I've been stressed with my job lately, I'm having to multitask a lot, like, is there any way that you can possibly, make my workload, less hectic, less multitasking?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're nice and calm about it, I think she would, I'd probably, loosen up the workload.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that makes me feel better, thinking, well, you know, she seems like an approachable person, just to be honest,
Mm-hmm.
and say, yeah, I guess I've just been, you know, I just always do what I'm told, and so I don't want to look like I said, I didn't want it to look like I was complaining.
Yeah, and bringing work anger home. Yeah, I mean that's never okay. Like, just coming home angry and just like yelling at like your husband or kids, like, over something they didn't do. That's never good. So.
Mhm.
So what I would do is to just like if you're coming home, you're stressed from work, like, just take a few minutes to, like, take a deep breath and just
Yeah.
just calm down.
Uh-huh. Well, the music,
just
I like the
relax.
music idea. You know, I've never really thought about, you know, maybe just like listening to a few songs, or maybe, what are you thinking about, like, before I get home, like taking a few minutes, like how could I do that, maybe coming home from work? I have about a 20-minute drive,
Okay.
So maybe I could find a way
Like
to.
maybe like you said, it's a 20-minute drive, so maybe you like create like a playlist you can play in the car, like songs that like calm you down or
Oh yeah, that's a
that
good
are less
idea.
stressful.
Yeah,
That could help.
because sometimes I just either just talk on the phone, make some calls, or I listen to the news. So it'd probably be better if I, maybe I hadn't thought about music helping out.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's always worked for me. I have a playlist that I put on, and it helps me relieve stress. So that's good.
Okay, so I could just kind of make a playlist for the ride home
Mm-hmm.
for the 20 minutes, and then maybe try that a few days and see if I can't get all that work stress out of my head.
That's good. And as for the sleeping, like just keep reading books. I think that would be the best way to get a better night's sleep instead of looking at your phone, looking through emails and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah,
that's
I
good.
am. Yeah, I think I'll do that
Mhm.
because I like to read. I read a lot, so I'm always reading something. So
Okay. Are there any questions that you have for me?
no, I'm eager to see what these suggestions will do for me. So
Yeah, I think they should work out very well. And yeah, and if not, you said you're pretty close with most of your family, so like feel free to reach out to them, like if you ever need advice, or you can always call me. I'm available almost most of the times of the week. So if you have any trouble, you can just give me a call. So.
Oh, great. Do you have some information, like some pamphlets and stuff that you could give me also about, like you were talking about yoga, or do you have some other information or ways I could look up ways of reducing stress at home?
Oh yeah, so there's there's a really good website that I found. I'm just gonna write this down right here. So okay, and that's the website right there. You can they have some great tips on how to relieve stress, and like I said, yoga's on there.
Oh, great.
There
That's
are-
awesome.
Yeah, and there's a local yoga place not far from here.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
I don't exercise very much, so.
okay. I mean, if yoga's not your thing, you could just stick to the music or read a book or other
Well,
stuff
they
like
say
that.
exercise is really good, for sleep and reducing stress. So maybe I should look into an exercise routine.
Mm-hmm.
But this yoga, I bet I can get a lot of info on this website. So,
All right.
okay. Well, thank you for talking to me.
All right. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm glad I was able to help.
Great.
And again, if you have any questions or if you're ever stressed out again, or if you need help with anything, feel free to give me a call.
Okay, and your business card, you have a business card, right?
Yes, I do. It's right here. You can
Okay.
just-
All right, great. Well, thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much. I'm so glad you came in today.
Well, thank you. It's nice to meet
It
you.
was nice to meet you too.
Okay, well, have a good day.
All right. You too.
Okay, bye.
Yeah. Goodbye.